Shawn DaGamer here, and today we're going to be talking about WWE No Mercy SmackDown second pay-per-view in this 2016 brand split. And I want to jump off and say I think this pay-per-view would have been better off if they would have did it backwards. Now there are a couple of things I want to talk about. That's one. The second thing, there's no Becky Lynch on this show. Something happened to her medically and she was not cleared to wrestle, so she was in the hospital bed. She tweeted out all that stuff. And I honestly think this show, like I said, it would have been better if they would have did the main event first, because they started off with the championship match for some reason, and then it's like they did the whole show backwards. So we're going to review the show from the main event to the opening card. That way it should be the opening card to the main event. And then another thing, if they weren't going to have the WWE Championship go on last, even on Talking Smack after the show went off the air, they had a special Talking Smack for this. Daniel Bryan said he wishes that he would have had the IC title match. Where's my shirt? He wishes he would have let the true main eventer on SmackDown. Hello, I'm awesome. Yeah, I told you I was going to bring the shirt. Let's see the style of this shirt. Can you guys see that? You probably can't, but this is a 3X. I used to be huge. I wear a small now. I wear a small medium now, so that's a 3X. That should let you know something. Yeah, so let's just jump right into this. You know, I like to keep my things under 12 minutes now, so let's jump right into this. And I said I'm moving backwards, so we're going to start off with Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. The match that ended the show, we're going to start off with. It was a good 20-minute match. It's something you kind of expect from an Orton and a Bray this time. Luke Harper made his return, because every time one gets injured, the other one comes back. The first time Eric Rowan got injured, we got Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman got hurt. Then we got Eric back. Then Luke. And then somebody. They just keep replacing each other. So now Braun Strowman's on Raw. Luke Harper is back on SmackDown. And helped get the win for Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt got a pay-per-view win, guys. So I'm doing this backwards, so I have to go to the bottom of the card or bottom of the page to do this. And then we had Alexa Bliss, who did I just mention that Becky Lynch was not here? She had medical injuries, yada yada yada. I don't know if I said that or not. But she took on Naomi. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Poor little Bliss, she lost. But she is going to get her WWE Women's SmackDown Championship match November 8th in Glasgow, Scotland. I believe that's the place that's going to happen. I know it is November 8th. And then we have Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton, title versus career. Great match. This might have been match of the night again. Dolph Ziggler retained, like I thought. Well, he didn't retain. He won the title off of Maurice. Off of Maurice. She had Miz going in there doing a lot of good stuff. Miz was in there doing the Daniel Bryan mocking imitation. And then somewhere in the Master Spirit Squad came out Mikey and Kenny. Mikey looks weird. Kenny I can understand, but if you just want to have like Mikey as a little extra higher hand, but I guess they're going to be like his J&J security, unless this was like another one-off thing. I'm kind of glad they brought the Spirit Squad back just to have it there, but after Ziggler literally had to overcome all the cheating of the Miz, he actually did win the IC title. So proud of you. Baron Corbin versus Dakidrkstr. I knew Baron Corbin was going to win that match. It wasn't even much to talk about. Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos. The Trill Buddies. They did not win. The Trill Buddies did not win. Heath Slater and Rhino, they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They played big man, little man very well, and it allowed them to retain their SmackDown tag team titles. Then we had Nikki Bella and Carmella. Nikki Bella won this match. I thought Carmella was going to win, but I also said in my preview predictions that I could be wrong, and Nikki did win this match. Then we had the main event. Oh, before we do the main event, we had a pre-show match. It was the Alphas and the Hype Bros versus the Ascension and the Vaudevillains in the 8-man tag. The Alphas won with grand amplitude off of, was it one of the Vaudevillains? I think it was off one of the Vaudevillains. It might have been Simon Gotch, I believe. It wasn't Simon Gotch. It was was it one of them? It doesn't matter. But then we go on to the main event of the evening, which was John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose. You had John Cena trying to tie the man Ric Flair by winning 16 world titles. Dean Ambrose trying to revenge himself for losing the way he did, and AJ Styles trying to prove why he's the champ that runs the camp. AJ actually at one point in this match tapped out because of Dean reversed the calf crusher and put him in a calf crusher. And then Cena locked on the STFU at the same time, double tap out. The referee said, let him out. After AJ was viciously tapping out, AJ rolled out the ring. Dean Ambrose just started slapping John Cena around. Pop, 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 pop. They did a lot of cool things in this match, like for triple threat purposes. It wasn't an on the fly match. You can tell the choreographing, it's obvious, but you can kind of tell that there was a lot more of it in this match than it was. You can see the spots. You can see the spots coming. You didn't really see the spots coming during Cena AJ 1-on-1, but when this one, you can kind of tell. But all in all, AJ got tired of that shit, took a steel chair to John Cena. It literally what happened. John Cena did an AA on the Ambrose, got him out the way. AJ Styles came back into the ring, popped him with the chair a couple of times. I don't know if he hit him with a clash or anything, but he did pick up the 1, 2, 3 to retain his WWE Championship, which I honestly thought was weird because you had both heels closing and ending the show. I said in my prediction videos, I have trust in WWE to do the right thing, and they did the right thing in most of these matches. Like, they announced the Becky Lynch injury. They learned from Randy Orton. Instead of like trying to do some crazy shenanigan stuff, they just replaced Becky with Naomi. I just wish if they were going to open this card with a championship match, they should have ended it with a championship match, and this was the perfect opportunity to let Ziggler and Miz main event. Oh, and Kurt Hawkins debut, and it was so funny because it was so quick. I can deal with this. He has the gimmick where every time he does a facial expression, the camera zooms in. So I like it. So he'll like turn to the side, say something, camera zoom in, and he'll just pause. He'll freeze frame for a couple of seconds. So he was like Kurt Hawkins has step foot in the ring, yeah, and then he'll freeze frame, and he'll freeze, and it's like, I love it. He was like, I have my first match on SmackDown Live, freeze frame. I'm like, yes, I love it. I like Kurt Hawkins. Like I said, my only gripe on this show is I don't mind them putting on the main event first. They just should have ended the show with Ziggler versus Miz, and I think that would have been one hell of a way to end this show. And then you go into the talking. I love the talking smack segment. It is a extra 20-25 minutes to an already great show, which is SmackDown. There's like each match on this show did what it was supposed to do. I'm just complaining about the sequencing, and I've been saying for the longest. A lot of people have always said, if you listen to people who like actually book matches and things like that, placing on the card is everything. So opening the show with the triple threat, fine. Perfectly fine. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're disrespecting the title. Shut up. You should have ended this with Ziggler and The Miz. There's no other match on this show. I was gonna say if you ended with I honestly thought they were gonna give it to Alexa and Naomi, because that little match would have been a nice little match to end the show. It wasn't too bad. It might have been as fulfilling, but I'm pretty sure if they wanted, I'm pretty sure if this is what they were going to do, it was going to be Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch for the title in the main event. But things got switched around, so that's why Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton ended this. Also, they were probably trying to go against the debate and things like that, which I did have on, because if you don't know, they are doing this so you can watch the debate on Twitter now. So while I was watching the pay-per-view, I was watching the debate. Watching Donald Trump make an ass out of himself is quite entertaining to me. So that's another reason. At this point, I'll be nitpicking if I kept going. The show itself was really, really good. Was it better than Backlash? If you put it in the right order, if you take and splice this card and put it in the right order, like exactly like I said, if you just did this show from top to bottom backwards, it would have been a great show, because you would have started off with Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, Luke Harper making a return. Okay, that's a good way to start the show off hot. And then you're going to go into the women, which is okay. That's kind of cool. Then you'll have a backstage segment. Oh no. So then you have instead of it being the backstage segment between Randy Orton looking in the mirror and his face getting all distorted, that happened. You'll have the Miz going in to talk to Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. Then you have the match, the IC match, and then you'll have Corbin Ziggler. Then you have the tag titles, and then you would have wait, I did this wrong. Anyways, it was a good show. I like it overall. As it was presented, it was a 3 out of 5 pay-per-view. If you watch it in a different order, you can probably bump it up to a 4.5 or like a 4 out of 5 pay-per-view. So those are my thoughts on No Mercy. I liked it a lot. There's a lot of good stuff on this show. Nothing to be mad at on this show. So, what did you guys think of the show down below? It's early in the morning. I just woke up. Like it's not even 9 o'clock yet. So, let me know down below in the comment section, not the description, but in the description you can find everything that I am linked in: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. You can follow all those websites to keep up with me on the daily. If you have not already, please share this video out, subscribe. Liking always shows your support, and subscribe if you have not already. And with all of that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I'm about to go blow my nose.